Hey guys, it's Christine, also known as IvyWinter. Thank you for joining me for another Disney video. Today is another solo Disney video. I've been asked to make another one of these, and there's so much to be said about solo travel. But today I want to talk about 5 things that no one tells you when you go to Disney World solo. These are things that a lot of people don't talk about when it comes to solo trips, and I haven't really covered them much myself. However, I think they're important to talk about because it's the reality of going solo, and sometimes going solo isn't always perfect. And so I think you need to talk about things that people don't always bring up when it comes to their solo trips. One is waiting for the Magical Express can be a little awkward. And this might just be a me thing, but I think this is probably true for a lot of people who in general are a little bit anxious about going solo. I think the thing that throws me off the most is not waiting for rides solo or walking around the park solo. It's the beginning of the trip, and it's when I'm waiting for the Magical Express alone. And I think one, it's because you're just starting to get yourself in the mindset of like, okay, I'm here, I'm at Disney alone, I'm gonna be doing this by myself. And that can be a bit to get into. But it's also kind of weird when everyone is there and they're all excited to start their vacation, they're all talking with their families and whatnot. And you scan in and they're like, oh, party of one? And you're like, yeah. And you just get on the line and you're like, okay, I'm waiting for my bus now by myself. And like, I've done this even sometimes when I have gone down with other people. I fly in by myself, I meet people who are already there, they might be coming later. So for all anybody knows, I'm meeting people that are already at the parks, but it always seems to be the most awkward part of my trip. And I think once you get through that, it's actually only gets better from there. Number 2 actually comes from a fan who follows me on Instagram. Her name there is Lillian Bars, and she just recently went on a solo trip and got back, and I told her, tell me what you thought. And one of the things that she brought up was so true, and that is time moves a lot slower when you're by yourself, and usually at the times that you don't want it to. So waiting in line for your ride feels a little bit slower. Even waiting for a fast pass window seems like it's taking longer. Sometimes waiting to get into a restaurant seems like it takes longer because you don't have people around you to kind of kill that time with. And so I think you need to mentally prepare yourself for that and understand that it's just gonna feel a little bit slow because you don't have someone else to kind of, bounce off of and like kill time with. So prepare yourself for feeling like that 30-minute wait feels a little bit more like 45. And again, keep yourself busy. I've made videos on this before. I'll put a link somewhere above, but how to really help kill that time where you're waiting in line, what to do to keep yourself distracted to make it go faster is really, really important, because otherwise it is going to get to you that just feels like everything is going really slow. Number 3 is that you're going to get a lot done a lot quicker, which isn't a bad thing, but then you need to plan for your downtime because you're gonna have a lot more of it than you thought. So one thing that I've learned to do just solo in general is to slow down. When I did my first solo trip, I realized I was just barreling through Magic Kingdom and doing all the rides that I wanted to do and still having half a day left. And obviously it's a lot easier when you can get fast passes easier as a solo rider. You can do single rider lines. Even if there aren't single rider lines, half the time a cast member's asking for a single rider, which lets you skip people. You're gonna get through rides really, really fast, and that's awesome because you're gonna get to experience a lot in a very little amount of time, but then you're gonna have a lot of time left over. So I always recommend planning for that downtime, whether that means slowing down and really slowing down your full day. I like to go to the Magic Kingdom early, get a coffee, sit, relax. I've been known to just sit in like a quiet corner at a table or on a bench for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just people watching and enjoying the day a little bit and slowing down. But if you'd rather just get all your rides done and then do something else, then plan your downtime. Maybe have some time at the pool, maybe plan a spa day, maybe do some walking around Disney Springs, because you are gonna find that you're gonna have this extra time. And if you don't plan for it, it might feel like you don't know what to do with yourself. Number 4, ride photos are a little boring alone. I don't really hold on to my solo trip ride photos. Sometimes I make funny faces just to entertain myself and the people around me. I find that when I get out and I check my photos, the people like next to me look and they're like, oh my God, and they start laughing because I'm just making a ridiculous face. And that's great, but like I don't hold on to the photos much. It's not as fun to me as planning out photos with friends and family. It's a little weird. You're getting a photo usually usually sitting next to or with other people that you don't know. It's not a bad thing, but like they aren't something that I necessarily care about as much when I'm solo because I don't have another friend to kind of goof off with. And the fifth thing no one tells you about going to Disney solo is you're gonna get bitten by the bug and you're gonna wanna go again. For all the things that I've just said that seem sort of like negatives, I'm telling you, you're gonna have this solo trip and you're gonna say, when is my next one? That definitely happened to me. I've been on multiple solo trips since my first one. I've taken solo days even when I've been with groups of people. I plan out little weekends and all of that to see when I can go down, and I really, really enjoy my solo trips as much as I enjoy my trips with friends and family. So despite there being, I guess, some downsides or negatives to being solo, I'm telling you, you're gonna be bit by that bug and you're gonna start planning and it's gonna be really dangerous. You're opening up a whole new world of danger. Because you've gone to Disney solo once, you're gonna wanna do it again. So those are 5 things that I think people don't talk about, never tell you, going solo to Disney World. I would love to know if you have one in your head that you wanna share. You can let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, then like it. If you like me, you should subscribe because I make videos every single week. And we got a lot of exciting stuff coming up in October. We've got Disneyland, we've got San Diego, we've got concerts, we've got all sorts of stuff going on that I'll be capturing for you guys, so you don't want to miss out on that. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a great rest of the day. Bye.